Hi, I'm Grant, 32 years old, software engineer, and apparently the villain in someone else's social media story. But let me back up and tell you how I got here. Grant, you're going to love this. Sarah bounced into my home office 3 months ago, waving her phone. Jessica invited me to Cancun for her bachelorette party. I looked up from my laptop. That sounds fun. When is it? Next month. It's a whole week at this amazing resort. She scrolled through pictures. Look at this place. A week? Sarah, that's going to be expensive. She sat on my desk, that playful smile I used to love appearing. I know, but you always say I deserve nice things. And you just got that promotion. I did, but please, Grant, I've been so stressed with work. I need this. That's how it always went. I'd hesitate, she'd pout, and I'd pull out my credit card. 2 years of this pattern, and I'd funded her lifestyle without thinking twice. Rent, car payments, shopping trips, girls' nights out. She worked part-time as a receptionist, but somehow lived like she made 6 figures. Fine, I said, but we should talk about budgeting soon. You're the best. She kissed my cheek and disappeared. Last week, everything changed. Grant, I need to talk to you. Sarah stood in my living room doorway looking nervous. What's up? So, about the Cancun trip? She twisted her hands. Jake's going too. I put down my coffee. Jake? Your male best friend, Jake? Yes, he's friends with Jessica's fiancé. It makes sense he'd be there. You didn't mention this before. Because I knew you'd react like this. Her voice rose. You're already getting that jealous look. Sarah, I'm not jealous. I'm uncomfortable with my girlfriend spending a week in Mexico with another guy I'm paying for. See? This is exactly what I mean. She grabbed her purse. You think you own me just because you pay for things. That's not what I said. Jake and I are just friends. We've been friends since college. You're being controlling. I stood up. I'm not comfortable with this. If you want to go on a trip with Jake, maybe he should pay for it. Her face flushed red. Wow. Just wow. So that's how it is. You hold money over my head? Sarah, that's not. I'm leaving. I need space. She stormed out. The next day, my phone exploded. Dude, what the hell? My best friend Mike called at 7 a.m. Have you seen Sarah's Instagram? I just woke up. What are you talking about? Check it. Now. I opened Instagram. Sarah's story featured a sunset photo with text overlay. When men think they own you because they pay for things. Financial abuse is real. Know your worth, ladies. My stomach dropped. Comments flooded in. You deserve better, girl. Dump him. This is why I only date men who respect independence. My phone rang again. This time my sister Lisa. Grant, please tell me Sarah's post isn't about you. It is. Oh my God, what happened? I explained the situation while watching more comments pile up. Sarah had tagged several mutual friends. Grant, this is seriously messed up, Lisa said. She's making you look like an abuser when you've been bankrolling her entire life. I just asked her not to go on a vacation with another man. A vacation I'm paying for. Wait, you're paying for her to go with this Jake guy? Well, I was. I told her if she wants to go with him, maybe he should pay. And she posted that you're financially abusing her? Grant, that's defamation. She's lying to make herself look like a victim, Mike called back. Bro, Sarah just posted another story. She's at Jake's apartment. They're doing a trauma dump video about toxic relationships. My blood ran cold. Send me the screenshot. When it came through, I saw Sarah and Jake sitting close together, her head on his shoulder. The caption read, when your real friends show you what love actually looks like, getting away from toxicity with people who actually care. #selfcare, #true connection. Grant? Lisa's voice came through. You still there? I'm here. I need to think. Don't think too long. This girl is destroying your reputation while planning a vacation with another man using your money. You need to act. She was right. I'd been blind, but my eyes were open now, and I was going to make sure Sarah regretted every single lie. Mike showed up at my door that evening with coffee and his laptop. All right, let's figure out what we're really dealing with here, he said, setting up on my dining table. You said you've been paying for her stuff for 2 years? Pretty much everything except her part-time paycheck. Do you have records, bank statements, receipts? I pulled up my banking app, all of it. Rent, I cover 70%, car payment, insurance, that Cancun trip deposit, countless dinners, shopping trips. I scrolled through transactions. Jesus, Mike, it's over $60,000 in 2 years, Mike whistled. And what does she contribute? She pays for her phone and, actually, I don't know, maybe groceries sometimes? Has she ever paid you back, even once? No, She always said she would when things got better with her job. My phone buzzed. A text from Sarah's friend Amanda, someone I'd always gotten along with. Grant, can we talk? Call me. I dialed immediately. Amanda? Grant, I don't know how to say this. She sounded upset. I saw Sarah's posts. That's not what happened, is it? No. Did she tell you something different? She called me crying yesterday saying you threatened to kick her out if she didn't cancel her trip. That you've been financially controlling her for months, monitoring her spending, all this stuff. My jaw clenched. Amanda, I've never monitored her spending. I've been paying for her spending. There's a difference. That's what I thought. Grant, I've known you both for a while and something felt off. Sarah's been different lately, more secretive. Different how? She's been spending a lot of time with Jake, like a suspicious amount, and she's been buying expensive things, new designer purse, shoes, fancy dinners. I asked her about it once and she said you bought them. I didn't buy any of that. Silence on the line. Amanda, if I show you my bank statements, can you tell me if these purchases match what she's been buying? Yes. Grant, I'll help you. Sarah's my friend, but if she's lying about this, can you come over? I need someone else to see this. 20 minutes later, Amanda sat at my table with Mike and me, scrolling through purchase records on her phone while comparing them to my statements. This purse, she pointed, she posted it 3 weeks ago, said you surprised her with it. $3,000. I checked my statements. I didn't buy that. There's no $3,000 purchase here. These shoes, $2,000. She said they were an anniversary gift from you. Our anniversary isn't until June, and I definitely didn't spend $2,000 on shoes. Amanda's face paled. Grant, where is she getting this money? Mike leaned forward. That's the question. She works part-time reception, makes maybe $25,000 a year, lives a lifestyle that costs at least $70,000, $80,000. Grant covers most of her basics. So where's the luxury money coming from? Oh my God, Amanda whispered, staring at her phone. I think I know. She turned her screen toward us, a Venmo screenshot showing Jake sending Sarah $2,000 with the caption, "For our adventure." When was this? I asked. 4 days ago, right after you guys fought about the trip. Mike's eyes widened. He's been funding her too. Grant, I think they've both been playing you. My stomach churned. What do you mean? Think about it, Mike said. You pay for her actual life expenses, rent, car, insurance. That frees up her entire paycheck. Then Jake gives her gifts for the luxury stuff. She gets to live like a princess while having her cake and eating it too. And when you questioned it, Amanda added quietly, she made you the villain publicly so she could justify running to Jake. She's been planning this. I felt sick. The trip. They're going together anyway, aren't they? Amanda nodded. Jessica uninvited her from the bachelorette party after seeing how messy this got. But Sarah told me yesterday she's still going to Cancun. Said Jake offered to take her somewhere healing where she could escape your abuse. With my money, I said flatly. What? Amanda looked confused. I pulled up my credit card statement. I put down a $1,500 deposit on that resort booking. It's non-refundable, and it's in her name. She can transfer it to any dates within the next 6 months. Mike stood up abruptly. Grant, she's committing fraud. She's taking your money, lying about financial abuse, and using it to fund a vacation with the guy she's probably cheating with. What should I do? Document everything, Mike said firmly. Every transaction, every lie. Then we're calling a lawyer. Amanda looked at us both. There's something else you should know. Sarah's been posting in this online group for women. I'm in it too. She's been telling them you're abusive for weeks, building this narrative. But Grant, she's also been asking for donations. She set up a GoFundMe to escape her abusive relationship. My blood turned to ice. Show me. The GoFundMe page loaded. Sarah's tearful photo under the headline, "Help me escape financial abuse." The description detailed a fictional relationship where I controlled her money, isolated her from friends, and threatened her. It had raised $4,000. That's it, I said, voice shaking. I'm calling a lawyer first thing Monday morning. This ends now. I stood outside Sarah's apartment Tuesday afternoon, phone recording in my pocket. My lawyer had been clear. Get her confession on record. Illinois is one-party consent. Sarah opened the door, shocked. Grant, what are you doing here? We need to talk. She crossed her arms. I have nothing to say to you. Then listen. I pushed past her. Jake sat on the couch, standing up quickly. You need to leave, Jake said. Sarah doesn't want you here. Interesting. Very comfortable in an apartment I pay rent for. Ex-girlfriend, Sarah snapped. We're done. Really? Still living in my apartment, driving my car, using my credit cards? Jake stepped forward. She told me about your controlling behavior. Controlling? Did she mention the $60,000 I've spent on her, the GoFundMe where she's committing fraud, claiming I'm abusive? His face flickered with surprise. Oh, she didn't tell you? I continued. $4,000 from strangers, based on lies. You are abusive, Sarah shouted. Financial abuse is real. Financial abuse is controlling someone's money. I've been giving you mine. That's called generosity. What you're doing, lying, stealing, destroying my reputation, that's actual abuse. I'm not stealing anything. The Cancun deposit I paid that you're using with Jake, designer purses bought with his money while I cover your bills, the fraudulent GoFundMe. Sarah, I have bank records proving everything. Her face went white. You've been tracking my spending. I've been tracking my spending, my credit cards, my accounts that you used. Jake held up his hands. Maybe we all need to calm down. Don't. You've been funding her lifestyle while I paid her bills. You're both playing me. I deserve better than you, Sarah screamed. Jake treats me right. Because he's not paying for your life. He buys you luxuries while I keep a roof over your head. Jake grabbed my arm. Time to go. Don't touch me. Or what? He shoved me backward. You going to call the cops? Sarah's eyes glittered. He's trespassing. Call 911. Perfect, I said calmly, holding up my phone. Let's call together. I'd love to explain your GoFundMe fraud and how Jake just assaulted me, which I recorded. Jake's face drained. You're recording? One-party consent state, every word. Sarah lunged for my phone. Give me that. I stepped back. That's assault too. You're ruining my life, she screamed. I did nothing wrong. You're just controlling. You're a liar and a thief. Jake grabbed her shoulder. Stop talking. Too late. I don't care. You're nothing, Grant. Jake gives me what I need. Love, attention, freedom, and designer purses. Don't forget those. There was never a future with you. I was leaving anyway. I want you out by Friday, I said quietly. Credit cards canceled tomorrow, car payments stopped, and my lawyer will contact you about the fraud and theft. You can't prove anything. I held up my phone. Actually, I can. Thanks for the confession. Jake moved toward me, fists clenched. If you use that recording, you'll what? Assault me again? Please, I'd love more evidence. Sarah grabbed his arm. Let him go. He's not worth it. I headed for the door. By the way, I reported the GoFundMe for fraud and filed a police report. You're not the victim. You never were. Get out. She threw a vase that shattered near my head. I smiled grimly. Assault with a deadly weapon. My lawyer will love this. I left, her screaming fading behind me. The truth was out. Now came justice. Detective Morrison reviewed my recording at the station. This is clear-cut. Financial exploitation, fraud, assault. We have enough for charges. What happens now? We'll bring her in. The DA will likely prosecute. The GoFundMe fraud alone is serious, Amanda called minutes later. Sarah's freaking out. Police want to talk to her. I know. She's asking everyone to post that you're lying. Nobody's doing it. Word got out about the GoFundMe. 2 days later, Mike called. Turn on the news. A reporter stood outside Sarah's building. A cautionary tale about social media fraud. The woman who claimed financial abuse has been charged with wire fraud and false statements after fabricating claims to solicit donations while actually exploiting her former partner. My phone exploded with messages. From Amanda. She'll apologize if you drop the charges. I called her back. Tell her no. She says she made mistakes but still cares. You could work through this. I laughed harshly. Work through fraud? Defamation? Theft? No, she made her choices. Now she lives with them. She wants to meet. Says she needs closure. No, I don't owe her closure, conversation, or forgiveness. She can find closure in therapy after dealing with legal consequences. 3 weeks later, Sarah pleaded guilty to reduced charges, wire fraud, and filing a false report. She had to return the GoFundMe money, receive probation, community service, and mandatory restitution. Jake lost his job when his employer learned about the scheme. Sarah blamed him, and they broke up. Mike met me outside the courthouse. How do you feel? Tired, relieved, still angry. That's fair. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. Grant, please. Can we talk? I'm sorry, I still love you. We can start over, I showed Mike. You responding? I blocked the number. No, nothing left to say, Lisa called. I heard about the verdict. You okay? I'm good, it's over. I'm proud of you. You did it the right way. Facts and consequences. Now, take time to heal. Planning that road trip we talked about. You interested? Absolutely, just us. No drama. I smiled for the first time in weeks. Perfect. That evening, Amanda called again. Sarah contacted everyone today, says you're vindictive for pressing charges, that you should have forgiven her. What did people say? Most aren't responding. She's not well, Grant. She believes she did nothing wrong. Not my problem anymore. She's facing consequences, not revenge. There's a difference. I hope she gets help. Me too, for her sake and whoever she dates next. But that's not my responsibility. After we hung up, another unknown number. I'll never forgive you for this. I deleted it without responding. Sarah wanted forgiveness she didn't earn, reconciliation after betrayal, to erase consequences with apologies. But some bridges, once burned, can't be rebuilt. I had my truth, my justice, and finally my peace. What would you do if someone you trusted betrayed you like this? Would you have pressed charges or tried to work things out? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more real stories of betrayal and justice.